What else do we have on here? Ah, here's one. Burnout. Burnout's a fun thing, isn't it? I've had that from a few times, especially during my last year of uni, where I was doing 7 videos a week minimum. So 7 videos on the main channel and the podcast, and then also doing uni full time. I know what burnout can definitely be like, but what's been your experience with it?
Okay.
Because you do a lot of
S-
stuff.
yeah, yeah. So it was last year during the pandemic.
Hmm.
So already you have a pretty good canvas to draw things on. So yeah, it was already intensive to take all the news in. But then I started my YouTube channel
Hmm.
in, I think it was in May or something, and I started making one video a week. So that was, and on top of game development, and on top of making a daily, like almost daily streaming.
Hmm.
What happened was I had some personal issues to deal with on top of all of this, and I was willing to join the GMTK Game Jam, which is a pretty popular, famous game jam from the YouTuber Game Makers Toolkit. Um, and I had to, like, I was in my mind, I wanted to join this for a long time.
Hmm.
Like it was planned in my head. So I it was not really a choice at the time to join. It was already planned. What I should have done is just ask me, can I take that? Can I take that in? Like, is that something I can handle, or maybe it's too much? I did not ask this question at all. So I ended up making a video for the week, and then directly going into the game jam. It's a 48 hours competition where you have to make a game in 48 hours.
Hmm.
I joined, and I was willing to stream it all. So I
Hmm.
streamed for something like 20 hours. Like one stream of 12 hours nonstop and one stream of 8 hours nonstop. And at the end, I wasn't even happy with what I made,
Hmm.
which is something to add on top. Like, you could be happy with what you made, and this will maybe boost you, and you will say it was worth it. But I wasn't even happy with, like, I will need maybe 2 more days to make something that I could be happy with. So I ended up on the Monday being totally empty.
Hmm.
I felt, and yeah, it was a pretty bad place at that time. I think I stopped doing videos, and I stopped working on the game I was working on at the time for something like a month.
Hmm.
Like, I was doing things on and off, but I wasn't really working um, like full time. Like,
Yeah.
um, but that allowed me to work on other things to change my mind. So that was interesting. I let myself contribute to some open source software. At that time, I made a design proposal for Nextcloud
Hmm.
task app. That was really funny to work with people because, as you know, as a solo indie game dev, you do a lot of things alone. So
Hmm.
it was pretty funny to have back and forth conversation about a project for once. um, and yeah, in the end, I started working again,
Hmm.
and I focused on my side project, and that helped me because I was able to start fresh on
Hmm.
something new, and that's how I uh, allowed myself to go out of the burnout.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
didn't know you streamed daily. How long do you stream for?
I was streaming daily last. Again, I was streaming daily last year when I was 3D modeling,
Right.
and every day I was doing one model a day. I like to think that I stream daily,
Mm-hmm.
but some days I'm not in a state where I can stream.
Right. I know that feeling for
But
sure.
but this year I'm trying to go back on a daily schedule. I think 2 weeks ago I had a full week where I was doing daily streams, so that's pretty cool. The thing is, the more the time goes on, the more I'm okay with, like, it's a good feeling to
Mhm.
stream. You have to remember that I'm working at home alone on a
Mhm.
project, so having the stream to make some sort of environment where I'm supposed to work, like just in my mind to be in that state where I'm being watched working. That's really helping to be efficient, to stay motivated, and to stay focused.
Right.
So I use streaming as a tool. I'm not really using streaming as a way to get people to know the game or things like that. The main use of streaming is because it helps me being more efficient, and even people on the stream will react about what I'm making, and a lot of the time they will help me making better stuff. So it's really a good way to work, in my opinion.
Mhm.
If it was only to get some views or things like that, I will not do that every day.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's people on Twitch who do that just like to get views, and I don't know how they manage to keep like. There's some of
Yeah.
them like have this really like hyper personality as well. I'm just like, how? It looks okay on my channel. It looks like I'm making stuff every day. The way I do it is I bulk record. So Monday, Tuesdays, I get all my videos done, and that gives me time to then plan out the next week, basically. And
Yeah.
then usually on the weekend, I'll do a bit of streaming. But with streaming, you have to, be there. That's why I consider it way different. But I guess if you're just using it as a way to, just have potentially people watching you work, that I guess is a bit different. 'Cause you're not in like, I guess you're not trying to make it a show the entire time while you're there, which doing it like that is definitely very draining.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, having to plan things so that it will be interesting for the whole duration. I could not do that. Sometimes in my streams, I'm just figuring out equations, and you're just looking at the script for like 5 minutes, but that's not the way. Like, people, when they go in to watch game dev streams,
Hmm.
I think they're just putting that in the background,
Hmm.
and that's the way I use it. I watch a lot of streams myself, and it's really cool to have someone working, like, again, in that working environment, that put you in that working environment. You have someone creating. You can chat if you want some interaction with the person, and you can just work on your project and have that on the side. And I think that's the way most people use that kind of stream.
Hmm.
It's not like, as you said, hyperactive streamers, where that's your main activity. You're watching that full screen.
Hmm.
That I think that's really different
Hmm.
cases.